Hello, my name is Gary Pernat and this is Nicholas, and we are going to perform the hip crossover stretch with palms down. So Nick, put your arms out to the side with your palms down, so you're at a 90-degree angle, okay? And then I'm going to have you bend your knees up, so they're at a 45-degree angle with your feet straight and about hip width apart, okay? Then I'm going to have you take your left foot, your left heel, and you're going to put it on your right leg like that there, okay? And then you're going to slowly rotate your hips so that you're going to put your foot down on the floor, just like that, okay? And you're going to turn your head away in the opposite direction. Make sure you're breathing the whole time. And then you're going to take your leg and you're going to push your leg away from your body towards your other foot. And you're going to hold that position for 1 minute. And then you're going to rotate back up again. And bring your foot back down on the floor so that they're at hips width and nice and straight. Good. And that is the hip crossover stretch with the palms down. So the next exercise that we're going to be doing, the next position is the crocodile. And Nick, I'm going to have you put your arms all the way out to the side, a good 90-degree angle, okay? With your knees and your feet and your hips all nicely lined up. I'm going to have you take your right foot and you're going to put it on top of your left toe, just like that. And then I'm going to have you rotate towards me, turning your head in the opposite direction. Good. And then I'm going to have you tighten your thighs and your gluteal muscles, and I want you to be breathing nicely through this whole position. And you're going to hold it for about a minute. If you didn't have your shoes on, we would have you place your heel between the second and third toes of your left foot. Okay? You want to keep your feet pointed in this direction here towards the wall. And then go ahead and rotate back again. Okay, and then we would start on the other side. So the next exercise is standing windmill. And so we've got Nick standing upright against the wall. Heels and hips and shoulders are against the wall, feet pointing forward, about hips width apart. And Nick, you're going to put your arms out to the side, palms out, and you're going to go ahead and tilt to one side. Okay, and then to the other side. And you're going to do 5 repetitions, keeping your hips nice and even, your pelvis not moving. Okay, that's good. And then you're going to go ahead and spread your legs apart. You'll spread your feet apart another foot or so. Okay, so you're about 1.5 to 2 feet, and put your arms back out again, all the way up 90 degrees. Good. And then you're going to go ahead and nice, smooth, easy motion rotate again. Keeping your hips and your shoulders against the wall, your feet against the wall. 5 repetitions, 1 repetition being 5 times right and left. That's good. And then you're going to go ahead and spread your feet apart 2.5 to 3 feet. And again, you're going to put your arms out, palms out. And you're going to go ahead and windmill, good, one side then the other, keeping your hips nice and even, good, arms up all the way, good, back and forth, 5 repetitions, that's good. And then we're going to have you bring your feet back to its original hip width position, and then again, arms out, and go ahead and pelvis is nice and steady, nice, even, and breathing through the whole process. It's important to be breathing through the whole process. So, okay, very good. All right, done. So the next exercise is standing arm circles. And so what we're going to do, Nick, is we're going to have you stand so that your feet are hips width apart, toes pointed forward. Good. You're going to squeeze your shoulder blades together. All right. You're going to take your fingers and you're going to put them into the palm of your hands like a golfer's grip, okay, with your thumbs pointed out. Then you're going to bring your arms up and point your thumbs forward. Okay, and while you're doing that, then you're going to go ahead and you're going to rotate forward. Okay, keeping your shoulder blades, together, about 6 inches. Good, but you want to be not in front, you want to be to the sides. Go ahead, do it again. Okay, you're going to do 40 repetitions of this. All right, you're going to be breathing while you're doing this exercise. Okay, and then after you've done 40 repetitions, you're going to turn your hands, palms up, and you're going to go ahead and do 40 repetitions backwards. Okay, in the opposite direction, the direction of that the thumbs are pointing. Okay, and you're going to keep your shoulder blades together, and you're going to continue breathing throughout this exercise. Okay, all right, very good. Okay, so the next position is going to be static extension. And so, Nick, I'm going to have you get down on all fours. Okay, and we're going to have your shoulders over your elbows, your fingers pointing forward. Okay, bring your knees a little bit more forward so that your knees are directly underneath your hips. Okay, and your feet are going to be lined up about hip width apart as well. Okay, and then what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you move your hands about hand width or about 6 inches forward. Good, okay, like that. And then what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you just kind of bring your shoulders right over your wrists and make sure your elbows are locked, all right? And then you're going to relax your lower back, and so you're going to rotate your pelvis, okay? And then you're going to relax your upper back so that your shoulder blades come together, and you're going to drop your head down, okay, all the way down. And then you're going to hold this position for about 2 minutes, making sure that while you're in this position, you're breathing nicely. Okay, get that oxygen in. All right. Okay, very good. And then you can relax and get up. So now we're going to do the upper body floor twist. So Nick, I'm going to have you lie directly on your side so you're nice and straight. Okay, and you're going to put your arms out in front of you, palms together. Good. And you're going to bend your knees up so that you've got a nice 45-degree angle, 90 degrees total. Okay, maybe a little bit more. Good. All right. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take your upper arm, and while you're breathing through this exercise, you're going to take your upper arm and you're going to turn it over all the way across your upper body till it touches the floor, moving your head just like you did with your arm. The other hand can come over because we want to make sure that the knees are not moving, so they're nice and stable. And you hold that position for 1 minute. Again, breathing as you're going through the position. And then you return back again, back with your hands together, shoulder height. And then we're going to do the other side. Very good. So now we're going to do the assisted lift hip. And Nick, I'm going to have you lie on your back on the carpeting here. And you're going to put your feet up on the wall. Okay, scoot up a little bit more so that everything is at a 90-degree angle. You're going to go this way, not too much. There you go. Good. All right, so your feet are straight up. Okay. Bring your legs down just a little bit. Okay, so everything is nice and straight and level. Your feet and ankles are lined up with your knees, and your knees are lined up with your hips. You're going to bring your arms out to the side with your palms up. Okay, and you're going to take your right foot and you're going to put it over your left knee, just below the kneecap. So you're like this here. Good. You're going to point your toe towards me. All right. And then you're going to take this knee and you're going to push it towards the wall. Good. And then you're going to hold that for 1 minute. Again, breathing as you're lying there holding it. Make sure you're doing some good breathing. Okay. And after you're done with 1 minute, you're going to return your foot back to the wall. Okay. And then we'll do the other side. Okay. Next, E-size. Nick, I'm going to have you go ahead and get up on all fours. Okay. Okay, and so you're going to be all lined up so that your wrists and your elbows are right under your shoulders and your knees are right underneath your hips. And then you're going to tuck your toes like that, okay? And then you're going to go ahead and you're going to bring your whole pelvis up into what's called a pike position. Very good, just like that, okay? And you're going to arch your back a little bit. Go ahead and arch your back, okay? And then you're going to hold this position for 1 minute, okay? Tighten your thighs. You want to tighten your quads while you're doing that. That's going to help stabilize you. And just hold it for about 1 minute. Try to rotate your pelvis in just a little, down just a little bit if you can. So, okay. Okay, good and relaxed. All right, very good. Okay, now we're going to do supine foot circles and point and flex. And so Nick, what we're going to have you do is go ahead and lie on your back. And we're going to make sure that your legs are nice and straight on with your hips. So your hips over your knees and ankles are all in line, feet straight up. And what you're going to do is you're going to pull one knee up towards your chest. And you're going to hold it with both of your hands. Yep. And you're going to tighten your opposite thigh. So this thigh here, you're going to tighten. And then you're going to do rotations. You're going to do circles with this foot. You're going to do 40 of them, nice and easy, all the way through the motion, okay? And while you're doing this, you're going to be breathing, okay? And you do 40 times one way, and then you reverse it and do 40 times the other way. Takes a little coordination, a little used to getting used to it. Okay, once you've done 40 that way, then what you do is you take your toes and you point your toes. You want to make sure that your knee stays stable while you're doing these. And then you want to bring your toes up towards your face, good. And then out, and then back, and you're going to do 40 of those also, back and forth. Okay, very good. And then once you've done 40 of those, then you put your leg back down again, and then you take the other side, and you're going to repeat 40 on that side. That's fine. Okay, very good. So the next E size, Nick, is going to be air bench. And with air bench, what you're going to do is you're going to stand against the wall here. And I'm glad you've got your shoes on. So you want to have your feet hip width apart, feet facing forward, so that, very good. You want to press your back up against, your lower back up against the wall. And what you're going to do is you're going to start kind of walking out with your feet. And you're going to slide down the wall, okay? You want to keep your feet straight and hip width apart, okay? A little bit more, okay? So that your hips are above your knees and your ankles are slightly in front of your knees as well. So you're at about an angle about like this here, okay? You want to be putting the pressure on your heels, okay? And you want to make sure, again, your feet are pointed forward, good. And you're going to stay in that position for about 2 minutes. Again, breathing, so that you're getting enough oxygen and so forth in, while you're doing the breathing. So, okay? All right. And to get out of this, go ahead and just kind of lean forward a little bit and then stand up. Good.